In Jamaica House Weekly, Prime Minister updates country on plans to reduce the Zika virus's impact. Angel's Still leg of Highway 2000 opened and $182 million farm road program launched.
Everyone must get involved in taking urgent action. Our local authorities, schools, private and public sector, workplaces, churches, and individuals in their homes must be vigilant against the spread of this mosquito-borne virus. Everyone must exercise personal responsibility in this regard.
Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller's rallying call to Jamaicans as the government implements vector control measures against the Zika virus. In a national broadcast Tuesday, Mrs. Simpson Miller said there would be increased fogging in high-risk areas. Volunteers would be deployed to identify and destroy mosquito breeding sites, increased capacity to test for the Zika virus, as well as free medication made available to treat symptoms.
The Ministry of Health will spend an additional $200 million to deal with the Zika virus threat. At the same time, a major cleanup campaign will be undertaken by the Ministry of Transport, Works and Housing under the JEEP program with funding from the Tourism Enhancement Fund.
Before the national broadcast, Mrs. Simpson Miller met with the business community enlisting their help to control the Zika virus. PSOJ President William Mahfood told the Prime Minister that the private sector would be supporting the government's plans by mobilizing staff members to carry out sensitization campaigns at their workplaces and the surrounding communities.
Today, we are taking another important step forward. The attention to farm roads is an important part of my government's commitment to rural development.
On February 2, Mrs. Simpson Miller launched the second phase of a three-phase National Farm Road Rehabilitation Program. The $182 million project forms part of the $1.2 billion national program. This leg, which is expected to be completed by the end of March, will impact over 11,500 farmers in 22 farming communities across 10 parishes.
The program is being implemented as a catalyst for rural development, and it represents a major investment in the farmers of Jamaica.
By Thursday, Mrs. Simpson Miller was in St. Catherine, opening the Angels Still leg of the north-south link of Highway 2000.
This investment will have multiple impacts, opening up new opportunities for economic growth and job creation for our people. Jamaicans will now have greater choices of where to live, work, do business, and engage in recreation.
As of today, the 16-kilometer stretch of roadway is open to the motoring public. The roadway will be free of toll charges until March, when the Mandela to Angels leg of the highway is opened. On Friday, Mrs. Simpson Miller sent Minister Anthony Hilton to represent her at the National Cultural and Creative Industries Commission Symposium. Through Minister Hilton, the Prime Minister said extensive work was being done across all ministries to develop the cultural and creative industries. It was pointed out that cultural industries would be the focus of Jamaica Day 2016 in all schools.
These are all elements of creating an enabling environment in which cultural and creative professionals and businesses can thrive.
Last Wednesday, Mrs. Simpson Miller held talks with the Secretary General of the International Telecommunications Union, ITU. At the meeting, the Prime Minister thanked the ITU for its support for Jamaica's effort to fight cybercrime. She looked forward to further cooperation between Jamaica and the ITU. And the Gender Affairs portfolio received some attention this past week. On Thursday, the Minister responsible for Information, Senator Sandra Faulkner, visited the Women's Center Foundation of Jamaica with a delegation from the Cuban Embassy. She said government was looking to improve the services of the center.
We're looking at the impact it has had and how we can reach more girls and how we can improve the impact of the program across the island. And although it has been so successful and so many countries across the world, they have patterned it, we are not sitting down, and we want to improve on what we have here.
And that's it for Jamaica House Weekly. Join us next time for the latest stories coming out of the office of the Prime Minister.